All right, for our first guest tonight, we have comedian Mark Demayo. Let's give him a late night welcome.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? All right, Johnny wasn't lying. My name is Mark. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I was a New York City police officer for 20 years, and I retired last June. I was a detective for 13 years. I worked in a lot of cool places. I worked in 2 different detective squads in Harlem. I worked in the warrant squad, and at the end, I worked directly under the chief of detectives. Thank you. So when I bump into people now, especially the guys I used to work with, they always want to know what I'm doing. They're like, yo, what's up, Mark? What are you doing with yourself? I'm like, I started smoking pot again. Every cop's dream, by the way. Most people aren't aware of that. That is every cop's dream. When you get close to the end, you got less than 2 years to go, when you can see the rainbow, all you can talk about with your cop buddies is, man, when I retire, I'm going to smoke the biggest joint in the whole world. And that's what I did. I'm actually trying to quit. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm not trying to quit. When I told the guys I used to work with I started smoking pot, they were so happy. They're like, really? How is it? I'm like, oh, my God, it's great. One guy was so excited. He was like, where do you even get it? I'm like, I can't tell you. You're a cop. They should legalize marijuana, shouldn't they? Yeah. And they should make cops smoke it. It should be mandatory. Think about it. It would mellow them out. Imagine if cops could smoke pot. It would make for kinder, gentler police departments. Oh, yeah. There'd probably be no more police brutality. But I'm betting you get one hell of a talking to, though. You'd be sitting there for like 10 hours over a minor offense. At some point, you're going to snap. You're going to be like, officer, listen, I love the stories, but really, hit me in the head with the nightstick. I got to get out of here. I've been here for 10 hours over a parking summons. People get busted smoking pot in the street all the time. I don't get it. Especially if you're from New York. How do you not spot the undercovers? It's the same thing all the time. It's the same thing. If you ever see a black dude, a white dude, an Asian dude, and a lesbian driving around in a minivan, good chance they're undercover cops, trust me. 4 people that would never be together in any other situation in life, except if they weren't working as undercover cops. The coolest place I ever worked was the warrant squad. If you failed to go back to court in New York City on a felony, the judge issues a warrant for your arrest. If you work in the warrant squad, your job is to hunt that person down. Bring them back to justice, damn it, it's fun, trust me. Now here's the problem, getting into apartments in the projects. If you're not from New York, that's our low-income housing. Because people in the projects never answer their door. And they especially don't answer their door for cops, because they're smart. Cops always knock on the door like cops. I don't know why. It's not like they teach us this in the academy, but right or wrong, no matter where you're from, every cop knocks on the door the same exact way. They go like this, police! Like, really? Duh. Who's not gonna notice that? Nobody in your family knocks on the door like that. None of your friends knock on the door like that. Everybody in your house is accounted for. Even if you've never done anything wrong in your whole life. Your wife, your children, your dog, everybody. Wait for those cops to go away. I got into every single apartment I ever tried to get into. I grew up in New York. I knew how to knock on the door. This is the way I used to knock on the door to get into apartments in the projects. It always worked. Go figure. It never not worked. It actually got annoying knowing how to do that. Just get calls from other teams. Central, this is Team B. You think you could get Demayo on the air? Demayo, you on the air? We need the ghetto knock over here. I always felt bad because I could see the dude dancing to get to the door in my head. I know a lot of beats. I'll get you to the door. I could always see the dude like boom, boom, bat, bat, boom, bat, boom, boom, bat, bat, boom. Yo, what's up, son? Oh, damn! It's a detective with the ghetto knock. I'll tell you this true story real quick. I don't like working security, but I did it one night. and I met a couple of famous people. I met Jonah Hill, 21 Jump Street, Moneyball, Russell Crowe, and Leonardo DiCaprio. And at some point, the owner introduced me to the dude personally. Leonardo DiCaprio was like, come on, I got to introduce you so he knows you're his guy. So he brings me up to Leonardo DiCaprio, and he's like, hey, Leo, this is Mark. Mark, this is Leo. Leo, whatever you need, let Mark know he's your guy. You know what this dude does, Leonardo DiCaprio? Looks me right in the eye, sticks his hand out, and goes, hey, what's up, Mark? It's nice to meet you. Turns out he's the coolest dude in the whole world. And he has the softest hands than I ever felt in my life. It was everything that you would think shaking Leonardo DiCaprio's hand would feel like, and so much more. At some point, I had to bring him out to the dance floor, him and his crew. And right before we get on the dance floor, he goes, hey, do you think you could stay with us while we dance? I was like, dude, I'll even dance with you if you want. Like, this guy doesn't realize he had me from, hey, what's up, Mark? It's nice to meet you. Let me tell you something. I watched Leonardo DiCaprio dance the way Kevin Costner watched Whitney Houston in The Bodyguard. This was the best detective work I did in 20 years. You could not come within 10 feet of Leo. If a dude would have come across a dance floor like this, pull out a gun, I knew exactly what I would do. I'd be like, Leo! Thank you guys so much. Mark Demayo.
Give yourself a clip. How's it going?
Johnny P.
How you doing, buddy? What's going on?
Hi, Brittany.
Hi.
I usually don't have cops on my show. You know
Why
that.
not?
I don't
What do you
know.
got against cops?
I love cops.
We're good people.
I don't want you to catch me with anything.
What do you got?
I'm only kidding.
I'm not a cop anymore. We can split it.
I'm just busting you. I'm just busting you.
No, really, what do you got?
I'm very clean.
No, I'm serious.
Now listen, you've been on the police force for 20 years. You're retired now. What got you into comedy?
Oh, man, I was an actor first. Hey, you ever walk into a room with, like a room full of people, and you look around and you think to yourself, somebody in here has to have cocaine?
Yeah, definitely.
And I need to find out who that person is. I was an actor, and then I just got into comedy somehow. And I did it all because I figured at some point I'm going to be famous and I'll just quit the police department. 20 years later, I was eligible for retirement, so here I am.
Hey, you got a pension, right?
Yeah, I got a pension. No, it's pretty good. The pension's actually it's like winning $1,000 a week for life. Whatever that game is that you play,
Not a
that's what I
bad
won.
deal.
Yeah, I didn't get hurt. I didn't shoot nobody, but I never tell people that.
Yeah, you didn't shoot nobody no one knows about.
I never tell people. You know why you don't tell people? They get bored right away. People always ask, you ever shoot anybody? You know what I say now? I say, listen, I'd rather not talk about it if it's okay.
Yeah.
And it makes them think. It makes them think. And then they're like, oh, did I touch a nerve? I'm like, listen, can we just switch subjects, all right? And then they get like, wow, oh my God, that guy was really, nothing.
Now listen, I heard a lot of things about you. Some good things, some bad things. Like when you were on the job, I heard you were a big ball buster. Like, did you bust everybody's chops? I mean, did you bother the inmates too? Give me a little, fill me in here.
Did I bother you? Well, you mean, the prisoners?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, all the time.
Were you like making jokes as you were handcuffing people?
One time we took this guy, and we were in his apartment, and we were on a warrant, and it was so hot in that apartment, and he was all cracked out. And so I told my partner, if we can open the window, because I'm serious. It was like 100 degrees outside and 130 in this apartment. I said, open the window. This guy thought we were going to throw him out the window. So he got so nervous that we kind of sort of we started playing a joke with him. We started actually trying to get him to the window. This crackhead weighed, I swear, if he weighed over 85 pounds, it was a lot. But this guy really thought that we were going to throw him out the window, and he used every single ounce of his body, and we couldn't move him.
Oh, really?
All 85 pounds of a too big guy, we couldn't. Even in the elevator, he was still shaking. That's how, we were like, dude, we were just kidding with you, bro. Relax.
Lucky you didn't have a heart attack.
That dude had nothing in his apartment, man.
Oh my God.
Nothing. He sold everything. There was like a Twix wrapper and like a soapbox. That's it.
So, Mark, you're married?
Yeah, I'm married 23 years.
That's a long time these
Yeah.
days. So how does, having a wife, how does that fit in with your lifestyle as a comedian? Does she,
I don't know.
Does she
I
think
come
you're
home
funny?
every day. She's still there. What do you want me to do? She knows where all my stuff is. Where am I going?
Stuff.
Now, Mark, that's almost your time. Before we go, hobbies. What do you do in your spare time besides busting balls?
Nothing. I just do comedy. That's it. I'm consumed. I want to make this. I want to do the right thing. I want to be the next Johnny P.
Good, that's all. Now, listen, man, I want you to be part of the late night family. What do you guys think, huh? Well, that's your time. Where can people find you on the internet? You got a Facebook?
I got Facebook. I got Twitter, Instagram. Everything is under Mark Demayo. It's Mark is with a K, Demayo. MarkDemayo.com.
All right, cool.
And we'll see if we can get you into some shows. I'm playing in the city all the time. Visit the website. I have a calendar on there.
Oh, cool. Here, take one of these home. You got Late Night Keychain, the best of Late Night
my
with
God.
Johnny P. You got to download Elisa Coppola
I'd rather
and
take Britney.
the None of Your Business song. Hey, you can have her too. Here, go.
Britney?
Take her.
Later.
Oh, Mark, thank you. Mark Demayo, everybody. Mark Demayo.
What a guy. I like him.
Funny guy, right?
Very funny.